Hey guys, Aaron here. Today I'm going to be making a video showing you guys how to do a VVT lockout or VVT limiter on a VVT actuator for a Gen 5 LT engine. Now overall, this job is not too difficult, but there are a couple tips and tricks I want to show you along the way. So with all that said, let's go over the parts and tools we're going to need to get the job done. So to do this install, we're going to need a 3/8 ratchet. We're going to need a T30 Torx bit. On some of the older ones, you'll have a T25. We're going to need our lockout holding tool. We're going to need our lockout or limiter bushing. You're either going to be using a 0-degree lockout or a 4-degree limiter bushing on this. And then, of course, we're going to need a bolt to hold everything together while we're working on it, and a 3/8 inch pound wrench. First thing that we're going to want to do is just put our bolts through our actuator. That's going to hold everything together. It's going to keep anything from wanting to come apart when we have the backing screws out. This bolt doesn't need to be tight with any sockets or anything, just kind of hand tight. Also, be really careful of this outer sheet metal right here. This is actually your reluctor wheel for the camshaft position sensor. You don't want to damage this or bend it. Anytime you're manipulating anything on here, you're going to be using the actual cam gear itself. It's a lot thicker and stable than this piece. Next, we need to unwind the spring inside of the actuator. And to do that, we're going to take this lower cleat on our tool and we're going to put it on top of the spring. There's a spring right here. And what we'll do is we'll take our 3/8 ratchet and we will unwind this spring to this next little tooth right here. And when we do that, you could see that these two square holes will go around that tooth. And then we could take this little cleat and we can put it inside of the tool, and now we can remove our 3/8 ratchet. So with our bolts installed, we can go ahead and turn around our actuator, and as you can see, we have 5 Torx bolts right here. There is a line on one of those, just above one of those bolts. That bolt needs to go back in that position. It actually holds on to the spring that we were just manipulating, and if we don't put that back in that position, we're going to have some issues. If you look just one turn right, we are going to just be loosening this bolt. That will allow us to take this cover and swing it out of the way. We won't be removing this bolt completely. As you can see, that bolt is longer. Okay. Now let's go ahead and take our bolt, our nut and bolt that we placed through the center, and remove it. Now we could take this cover and swing it out of the way. So with our cover out of the way, we could take our lockout bushing and install that in there, and then we can take our cover. We pulled our bolts back in. Next, we're just going to snug up the bolts slightly. Now that the bolts are snug, we're going to tighten them down to 85 inch-pounds. So now that the bolts are snug, we can go ahead and put our center bolt back in and take the preload off of the spring. All right, so with all that done, let's remove the bolt in the center, and we are free to install this back onto the motor. So with all that said, that concludes this video. I hope this video has helped you out. If it has, please like and subscribe. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave something in the comment section. And thank you as always, guys. See you next time.